Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
Bringing you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Billy Capistrano. In tonight's Game Plan, we'll check in with Myla Pablo and Nicole Chamzon to talk about the new look Petrogas Angels.
And former UE courtside reporters Mix Gomez and Jaime Ascalon join us to share how the UAAP courtside experience impacted their lives. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game.
The Petrogas Angels have been giving wings out as they enlisted new members and returning Angels. Libero Shen Cruz, hitter Jonas Abete, and setter Janelle Cheng marked their return with Petrogas. All of them helped in winning their 2019 PVL Reinforced Conference crown. Meanwhile, legendary veteran Isa Maiso Pontillas, Nicole Chamzon, Bang Pineda, and Yeye Gabarda lead the new recruits for the Angels. Tonight, Petrogas heavy hitter Myla Pablo and new Angel Nicole Chamzon join us live to share their thoughts on the new look Petrogas Angels. Myla and Chami, welcome to the game.
Hello, good evening.
Hello. All right, you guys. First of all, Chams, welcome to the Petrogas family. How does it feel like to be in a new team and a new setting? At kamusta naman yung adjustment process mo from a pearl to an angel? Kung angel nga ba? Angel ka nga ba, Chams?
Pwede, angel naman talaga, Billy. De joke lang. I feel super excited and parang naninibago rin talaga. Medyo overwhelming kasi this is my first time, like to get out of, new team kasi talaga. And yun nga, sobrang nilook forward ko makasama yung mga bagong teammates, especially yung mga veterans din talaga. So, yeah.
Yeah, first of all, I have to address na si Myla is having problems with her internet. Pero every time nag-freeze yung camera niya, palagi siyang nangangiti. And let's see whether or not that's going to be true, including this. Actually, babalik daw siya kasi hindi pa siya nangangiti. So, Chami, I'll talk to you first. Obviously, this group coming in, syempre, championship aspirations. How does it feel that you're coming in with such big names? Of course, Aiza Maiza Pantillas is going to be on the names to be talked about talaga.
Yun nga, parang nakaka-excite na parang pagpasok ko pa lang, very challenging na. Like, the veterans coming in, tagal-tagal na rin talaga naglaro, especially ng Aiza. Like, this is my first time na makaka-team din siya. And not only her, but yung mga very well-experienced players na rin talaga. Especially yung mga players talaga ng Petrogas Angels.
Now, Chami, how did the Angels welcome you to their team? And what have you learned from Coach Arnold so far? I know medyo bago ka pa sa team, but have you learned anything from him so far?
We just started our small group trainings. Nakakatuwa rin kasi yung mga former UP coaches ko nandun eh. Sila Coach Jerry, sila Coach Rald. Talagang very welcoming din talaga yung team and parang nagkaroon lang din kami ng parang small get-together pa last week. And yun, nakaka-excite talaga, Billy.
Alam mo, going to a new situation has to be a little scary. Especially since you've been with Perlas for such a long time. Pero going into this one, what did the management, what did your new teammates tell you to sell you onto the idea of moving to Petrogas? And yes, you will be at home with this group.
To tell you honestly, ako yung mismong lumapit sa Petrogas. Talaga. And this is like a big blessing and a new opportunity for me. Starting the new year. And yung sa akin is this is also for my growth, for the last 5 years nandun ako sa sistema rin talaga ni Perlas. Although every year naman nagbabago yung system and then the teammates, but this is my first time na ako yung papasok dun sa kultura. Ako yung papasok dun sa mismong system na meron sila na buo na. So yung pakikisama and yung makikita ko rin talaga yung sarili ko kung nasa na talaga ako ngayon. And then the maturity will come in din talaga as I adjust with this new process talaga for me.
Grabe talaga yung growth mo, Chami. No, we've been following your career since UP. And we can totally
Yeah.
see the maturity that you possess now. I mean, dati ka pa namang mature, pero mas mature ka na ngayon.
Hindi,
At
immature
least
talaga,
hindi mo kang
sabi ni Billy.
mukha na ba ako tumatanda? Hindi pa naman, di ba?
May face pa din, in fairness sa'yo. Well, you know, hindi
Okay.
lang naman ikaw yung bagong player ng Petrogas. You have around 8 new players. Kasama ka na doon. So pag-usapan naman natin yung mga dati yung kalaban na ngayon teammates mo na. So let's start things off with Bang Pineda. What can you say about her? Maybe one word and a quick explanation.
Magulang. Ate Bang is very magulang kasi nakalaban ko din siya nung BVR. Nagbuhangin din kami eh. And then, sorry, I know that this is different, like when it comes to the beach and then indoor volleyball. But then, doon pa lang eh, yung pagiging well-experienced player niya when it comes to defense and everything talagang swabe. Swabe talaga for me.
How about Yeye Gabarda?
Yeah, nakalaban ko siya sa PVL, very promising. Hindi ko alam kung mas matanda ako sa kanya. And I forgot kung nag-abot kami sa UAAP before, but grabe rin yung potential niya. She has her height talaga, and for sure marami pa siyang i-improve talaga for this coming season.
Now, Chami, let's talk about the returning angels, ang mga nagbabalik. Let's start things off with Jonah Sabete.
Si Ate Jonah nakalaban ko din ng PVL. Aside from her being fierce, you know, like getting into the zone, makikita mo yung ano niya eh, maaasahan mo talaga siya not just in defense but also in the offense part. And yun nga, dahil previous team na rin niya si Petrogas, so for sure, mas makakapag-gel, marami rin ako matututunan sa kanya.
Of course, the other two are Janelle Cheng and Xian Cruz. And of course, yung latest addition nila that was actually just revealed was si MJ Phillips. But then, I just want to apologize for those who want to see Myla because she is not able to return. Pero I assure you, nangangiti pa rin siya. Chami, since she's not here, let's talk about her. Dynamics with Myla. Siyempre,
Okay.
kasi kung nawala ka, pag-uusapan ka namin, di ba? Myla Pablo, what do you think? Well, we all know what she brings, but then how comforting will it be knowing na magiging kakampi mo siya?
It's been a while also that I felt that I have an ate inside of the court. You know, before I have Ate Z, Hervasio, then talagang kasangga ko in terms of playing and fighting to other teams. But right now, sobrang, I think, grabe tong opportunity na to na makakasama ko inside of the court si Ate Myla. Kasi nga, sobrang, alam mo yun, Myla Pablo to eh. In terms of the attacking pa lang, maaasahan mo na siya. And the way she would carry herself during in crunch time, doon ka talaga bibilib sa kanya.
Well, new team, new opportunities for you, and hopefully a title contender on the cards. Your message to all of the Petrogas fans, and how excited are you to finally get started with this team?
First of all, thank you so much. Kasi thank you for welcoming me sa Petrogas Angels, sa management, sa coaches, sa teammates ko rin, and to all the fans ng Petrogas Angels. Ito na ulit, magsisimula na ulit yung volleyball season, and we're really hoping na sana supportahan niyo pa rin kami, and pagsisikapan namin talaga to, lalo na maraming pumasok na talagang mga veterans, very promising players talaga sa team namin, and I hope na maging okay din talaga yung taon na to with everybody. Yun lang.
Absolutely. Chami, thank you very much for joining us. Myla, wherever you are, salamat rin. Alam ko naglinis ka ng kwarto just to make the show, but it didn't happen. But again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, after the break, we'll talk to two former UAAP courtside reporters who are best friends in real life. Wow, they wrote that. Let's find out how the experience gave them boosts in their passionate career. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Billy, I forgot to tell you that during the commercial break dito sa FB, I actually don't stop talking. Hello.
Inom muna akong tubig. Mag-break muna. Mag-break muna ako.
Go lang. Of course, hello everyone for
Hello,
those
guys.
watching on Facebook Live. Up next, we have two former UAP courtside reporters, si Migs Gomez at si Jaime Ascalon. Best friends daw sila dati.
Daw.
I don't
Daw.
know kung hanggang
Kung best
ngayon.
friends na sila after this.
Oo. Kasi may konting laglagan yata mamaya. So, make sure you catch out for that and we're gonna find out a bit about the process that they went through, how it affected yung respective careers nila. Siyempre, these guys have really taken to heart yung pagiging courtside reporter and tried to uphold everything that was taught to them in a way that the ones who taught them would be proud of. Siyempre, Billy will also have thoughts kasi galing din siya doon.
Yes.
So let's see. Let's see whether or
Way
not they continue to impress
way
Billy. Oo. And I also want to ask, Billy, if you had the chance, would you have hired these two in the first place? So let's
yes
figure
naman,
that out.
of course. Of course.
Oo.
Because they're very familiar with basketball already, right?
Yeah,
So
that's true.
definitely they had the upper hand when it came to that. But it's not only the prerequisite. If anybody watching right now wants to become a courtside reporter and you fit the criteria, diba? You don't have to have hosting experience at all. Just have to have the passion to learn.
Wow, the
Yun
passion.
lang naman.
Oo. Well, that then you have to impress certain people. But yes, I wonder who that would be.
Joke lang, ano ba?
All right. Anyway, we're almost back to the show, so keep it here. Rosario, as the search continues for the next batch of UAAP courtside reporters. Tonight, we bring in two former male CSRs who also reported outside their local university. Now, here to talk about how the experience changed their lives. Wow, big words there. Let's welcome to The Game two best friends turned courtside reporters, Migs Gomez and Jaime Ascalon. Gentlemen, welcome to The Game. Full disclosure lang po, si Migs actually writes for this show. Okay.
Yep.
And he wrote this body, so he says that they're best friends. Jaime, mag-best friends talaga ba kayo? Or is that just Migs talking? Is it one way?
Parang napipilitan si Jaime. Nakikita ko sa mukha niya.
Nakamute ka, pare. Jaime, nakamute ka.
Two-way street. It's a two-way street.
It's a two-way street. Perfect. All right, Billy, get us going here.
Now, you guys have been, best friends since your Claret days. Yung kwento nyo sa amin. You were both part of the basketball varsity team. So, give us a bit of background. How did that love for sports and basketball influence you to audition as a courtside reporter? Migs, let's start with you since this is your body.
Well, ako kasi I took up an engineering course in college. Tapos it didn't actually work out that well for me. So at some point I became sad and I just had to go to the basics for me, the things that I really love, and I went back to sports. So I started writing about sports, and then my tita told me that she saw this ad for an audition sa courtside reporter sa UAAP, and she told me try it, and then there you go. It gave me a career.
And sabi nga nila, the rest is history, diba, Migs? Kaya ka nandito ngayon. Now, ikaw naman na, Jaime, mas nauna sa'yo naging courtside reporter si Migs for UE. So, did he, encourage you to audition for it as well? Or did you see him na parang, nung nakita mo siya mag-report, you were like, hey, maybe I want to try this too? Or was it something you've always wanted to do because you're part of a basketball-loving family, the Gregorios?
So it's actually both. of that. That of course I come from a basketball loving family, having my titos coach in UAAP and PBA. But of course with Migs, when I saw how much joy and how much growth he had, of course I also wanted that for myself. So when I asked, I was like, bro, ano, apply na rin ba ako? And he was more than happy to help. I remember he took the time to help me with my resume and everything. So big props to Migs for really helping me continue on in the courtside experience.
Like a disclaimer lang, baka may bias yung tingin ninyo sa audition process. Wala pong bias yun. I just helped him out as a friend. He still did the work, and Jaime deserved it.
Yeah, well, speaking about doing the work, si Jaime, I just want to put up his resume there kasi grabe talaga, magnum cum
Grabe
laude
talaga.
and valedictorian of UP College of Tourism. Congratulations on that achievement.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pero syempre, Migs, I want to ask you about the audition process and actually being selected kasi you were the first male courtside reporter, or at least part of that group, ever since the time of Nico Ramos, Joe De Leon. That was a very, very long time, to the point that everyone thought na mga babae lang yung pwede mag-courtside reporters. I remember that time. How was that for you? How was that like?
I thought the same. Yeah, when I talked to my tita, sabi ko sa kanya, tita, mga girls lang naman kukunin nila dyan eh. So that was my mindset coming into the studio, or at least the Roomery audition. But I just told myself, just lay it all out, show them what you've got, and eventually, of course, the standard is kind of tweaked for us guys. They really expect us to know about sports. Syempre, kasi lugi na nga kami sa di ba? Sa face value, gaganda ng mga kasama namin, di ba? But there you go. You just had to step up, and we made the most out of the experience. It was really fun.
How about you, Jaime? Do you agree with this? I mean, how was your personal experience like being a male courtside reporter?
For me, it was totally different from Migs because, of course, before Bailey's and I, there was Migs and Dip, and they were branded as the bros. So coming in, I said, okay, maybe there's 2 slots now for a male courtside reporter. But I think for me, what I experienced was a lot of people are like, oh, di ba pang mga communications lang yan? Parang sila yung may advantage na to get that spot. But for me, that really as a tourism major, that didn't really stop me. So I don't think it should stop anyone as long as you're willing to put in the work.
Yeah, Jaime, that you guys actually, I don't know if this was planned, but then you both ended up being the courtside reporters for UE. Siyempre, you guys are from UP though. When you were told that you were going to take on UE, ano yung unang reaction mo, and how did you adapt to that challenge? Kasi I think it's safe to say that iba talaga yung kultura ng UP at UE.
Mm-hmm. Ako muna, Jim. Ako muna. I was really bittersweet when I got this job. Kasi, syempre, I really wanted UP. Kaso 3 kami nun. Ako, si Dip, and si Agatha. And then, ang wala nung courtside, UP and UE. So when Agatha got the UP job, pareho kami ni Dip, was like, sayang, we wanted this job. But yung mindset namin coming in was just make the most out of it. It's prove to everyone that we deserve, our role. And ako sa sarili ko bilang isang mapagmahal na tao, di ba? Sabi ko, mamahal ko yung And Jaime as well, he did the same when he replaced me as courtside.
Ikaw naman, Jaime, ano yung initial thoughts mo? Because it's common knowledge that you don't really get to choose what school you will report for. I mean, you will get assigned talaga. So, ano yung initial thoughts mo when they said, oh yeah, you're gonna report for UE instead of UP?
I thought I was really excited. I think there was just pure excitement. I get to represent the best of both worlds. My own university, and of course, now I know after Migs that UE is a loving community. If once you put the effort, once you put the love and joy with them, they're actually a very they will support you in the social media. You'll see all their support. So I'm really thankful to experience both the love and the support from the UE community and the UP community.
May pressure ba following up Migs sa UE? O
A lot.
Meron daw.
Lahat ng players, malaki sapatos na i-fill mo, big shoes to fill ka, or a lot of pressure because Migs did a really great job.
Now, I'll stick with you, Jaime. You know, as Pao mentioned a while ago, grabe yung credentials mo ng college. You graduated magna cum laude and valedictorian of the UP College of Tourism. I mean, I can't even begin to imagine how crazy that time was for you. But how are you able to juggle, you know, being a courtside reporter and being a student as well? And, you know, you have any advice to the students out there who want to audition but are kind of scared na baka hindi nila ma-handle yung time management?
Of course, I think I speak on behalf of every courtside reporter that it's really hard because you have to put in the time and effort. So for me, time management was really key. But more of that, as much as you're gonna be busy and you're gonna have a really full day. So it comes down to you have to remember that you love what you're doing, and regardless of how busy you are, as long as you love what you're doing. For me, which was going to practices and going to school, I think you'll be okay.
A lot of people now are wondering what is life after being a CSR. Of course, for Migs, it's a good life because he's working with me now. Eh. Um, but no, seriously speaking, Migs, how's life been after the CSR experience? And then Jaime, you can follow up after that.
Well, the courtside reporting experience was basically my shot in the dark to kind of revive myself. Kasi I was in a hole in college talaga na parang I was taking up a course and I didn't see myself practicing it. So eventually, when I got this courtside reporting stint, I was able to build a career for myself as a commentator, as a host, and now as a producer for the game, diba? It's really a very fulfilling experience to me, especially because there's passion in the work that I produce. So, I get to wake up every day. I get to use the voice that I've been blessed with to serve the Filipino sports fans.
Jaime?
I think Migs used the word passion, and for me, naman the word is discipline. So being courtside, it really teaches you a lot of being disciplined, learning to prepare. Because as our mentors would tell us, 90% preparation, 10% delivery always. So even with life, as long as I remember all the things I remembered being courtside, especially learning to be well under pressure, because there's a lot of pressure when you're speaking in front of a live audience, 20,000 people in Mo Arena. So you could really use that. I've been really using it as I went along in my career path.
Nagulat si Mig sa advice na binigay sa iyo. Apparently, it wasn't given to him though. But anyway, for those who want pieces of advice like that in the future, now is your chance to audition as the next UAAP courtside reporter. Now, if you are 18 to 23 years old, currently enrolled in a UAAP school, and fluent in both English and Tagalog, submit your CV and a 90-second headshot with brief introduction and why you want to be a courtside reporter to the email on your screens on or before February 6, 2022. Again, I don't think you need to be a valedictorian or magna cum laude to join that. So please do submit all of that. Migs, Jaime, salamat. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Migs, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Jaime, I hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thanks,
guys.
guys. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Pao.
The game returns after these messages. Keep it here. Grabe yun. Bill, are you excited for the next batch of courtside reporters?
Yes, I am. I'm super excited to see all the talent. And I think it's gonna be very different kasi. So, feeling ko, mas mahirapan this time around. So, it's gonna be a big challenge. You know,
Yeah.
as much as we want to give everybody that courtside experience, of course, sabi ko nga, it's gonna be different.
Yeah, and this is obviously, the elephant in the room is that this is going to be the first time that it's not going to be with ABS-CBN. Now
Agreed.
moving on to Signal TV. So, of course, there's a lot of excitement and the challenge, but then the whole process, I'm hearing a bit about it. I'm super excited for the courtside aspirants that are going to come in a bit. So when we return, though, we're going to have syempre, a lot of people were still affected by the recent Typhoon Odette. We're
Right.
going to have a little summary on just what happened after we found ways to try and give them aid. So make sure you stay for that here. Paulo Del Rosario. The MVP group of companies, together with its partners, are in unity in spreading joy and hope this holiday season. And we want to thank each and every kababayan who lent their helping hand to the victims of Typhoon Odette. Let's look back at how the victims of Typhoon Odette got a helping hand from their kababayans. Let's watch this.
Our hearts go out to the families affected by Typhoon Odette.
Hindi po biro ang naging hagupit ng bagyo sa ating mga kababayan.
Ako po ay nagdarasal sa ating Panginoong Diyos na gabayan ang mga biktima ng bagyong Odette.
Anumang hamon ng mundo, magkasama tayo, itutuloy ang Pasko. Wala nang regalo, ang hiling ko, sana'y laging masaya tayo. Nandito tayong dumaramay, handang tumulong at magbigay upang bumuti, sumayang ating buhay. Nandiyan at abot kamay, tayo'y maging liwanag ng Pasko. Tulong-tulong tayo, tayo'y liwanag, ikaw at ako.
Thank you for supporting our efforts to rebuild communities that need it most.
Tayo'y maging liwanag ng Pasko. Tulong-tulong tayo, tayo'y liwanag, ikaw at
Hindi tayo nagpapatalo mga Pinoy. Ika nga, walang tatalo sa Pinoy pag puso ang labanan.
Tuloy pa rin ang Pasko ng Pinoy kahit ano pa mang pasakit sa ating bumalakid. Pag-ibig sa ating puso ay mamamalagi na para bang ngiti dito sa ating labi. Basta ating mga puso ay magkakaritmo, magkasalap, magkaramayan lang ang hiling ko. Asahan mong tuloy pa rin ang Pasko, maligayang bayanihan Pilipino. Woo!
Ito ang tunay na bayanihang Pilipino. May God bless everyone at sana po nasa mabuting kalagayan tayong lahat.
sarili alagaan, kapwa itulungan, kung may magsasaluhan, ituloy ang
Tuloy pa rin ang Pasko ng Pinoy kahit ano pa mang pasakit sa ating bumalaki. Pag-ibig sa ating puso ay mamamalagi na para bang ngiti dito sa ating labi. Basta ating mga puso ay magkakaritmo, magkasaling magkaramayan lang ang hiling ko. Asahan mong tuloy pa rin ang Pasko, maligayang bayanihan Pilipino.
May masihigit pa ba sa saya at tuwa na nadarama ng ating mga puso sa tuwing tayo ay nakakatulong sa ating kapwa?
Asahan mong tuloy pa rin ang Pasko, maligayang bayanihan Pilipino.
Maraming salamat sa lahat na nagbigay ng tulong. Tara na sa isang maligayang bayanihan Pilipino.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Billy Capistrano.
Catch us weeknights here on One News, One Sports, and One Sports Plus, as well as a little sideshow every time on Facebook Live during the commercial breaks. I'm Paulo Del Rosario, and this has been The Game.